Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Tuesday the 24th of October. I've lost the day. Anyway, I'm Kath, creator of the Cheapskates Club, where our goal is to live life debt-free, cashed up and laughing. And tonight we're going to talk about a handmade Christmas and how you can have a handmade Christmas using just what you have in your house if you start early enough. So we've got a few people, 23 people watching. Welcome everybody. If you're new to our channel, I would love to have you subscribe. All you've got to do is hit that subscribe button. It doesn't do anything else other than let you know when we go live or I upload another video for you to watch. I'd be honored to have you as a subscriber to our channel. And it means you don't miss out. Okay. Hello, Estelle. Yes, it is hard to remember the time during daylight saving. I thought I was going to be a bit late, but I'm not. Only just, though. Hi, Beverly. Hello, Wild Woman, Mrs. Dilligaff. And jello to you, Evelyn. That's really cute. We should have jelly for tea. Hi, Maureen. Hello, Mandy. Hi, Tegan. Hello, Cheryl. Tuesday already. I swear those 24 hours just fly by. Hello, Jade. And Greg Evans. Hi, Annabelle. Hello, Beverly Walsh. Mary. Catnaps. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Jade. Hello, Melissa. Outback 6. Kelly. Estelle never starts Christmas planning until she finishes uni for the year, but you have a plan to start. That's when you start. That's a plan. Hello, Vanna and Sheena. Oh my gosh, 3 a.m. Well, welcome home, and we are glad you are home safe. If we hear snoring, we'll know it was you. Hope you had a great time. And Evelyn says she did have jellied pears tonight. Wayne loves jelly. So do the kids. I don't mind it in summer if it's really, really hot. We can go through quite a lot of jelly in summer. That might be something that I need to make sure I've got enough of. Okay. So, guys, handmade Christmas. I challenged myself last year to do as much handmade stuff as I could using what I had. I still had a lot left over. So I challenged myself again for this year to do a handmade Christmas. And so far, other than things like chocolates, because they're a specific chocolate, and the flints, the fire starters, for people that don't know what a flint is, most of it's pretty much all made using what was in my stash, what I could find from around the house. I did buy elastic. Nearly fainted in Spotlight when I saw the price for it. Holy moly, that stuff's expensive. But I was right out, so that was a bit sad. Now I'm on the hunt for bulk elastic, good quality bulk elastic at a price I'm prepared to pay. Okay. Hi, Michelle. So are you all, I know Annabelle's doing handmade Christmas. Who else is? It's not nearly as difficult as you would think. It can be a bit repetitious if you're smart. Hi, Maddie. Has the change come through down your way yet? Well, the wind's died down. The wind, it was howling here before. Thought the roof was going to go. It was so strong. I have a lot to show you tonight, so I'm going to be flipping between cameras so that it's blowy, so that you can see what it is rather than me just going, you know, bottle caps. And you'll all be wondering what the bottle caps are for. And what do you do with bottle caps? I got ours from Anaconda Mary. They are Gerber. I was going to say the baby food brand, Gerber. I got them from Anaconda. They weren't the cheapest, but they weren't overly expensive. You can pick up cheap ones off Amazon for about $15. If you go to any camping shop, any disposals should have flints. Really handy thing to have, because even if it's wet, it will start a fire. So better than matches, I think. Chris says the wind's crazy in Colac. Yeah, it's shocking, isn't it? Trying to keep up with your comments. Sorry, I know I shouldn't be doing this. I should be talking about what we're doing, shouldn't I? Okay. Beer. A ginger beer. I do use them for ginger beer. Maddie's talking about the lids. Hi, Delaney. Okay. Yes, Kylie, growing plants from seeds most certainly does count as a handmade gift. It's a hand-grown gift. And it's the gift that keeps on giving. Goodness me, that's a great gift. So, all right. Let me flip you down so you can see. Hi, Rosalind. Hello, Jody. So that you can see what's happening, if I can remember how to do it without losing myself. Okie-dokie. And look at this pile on my kitchen bench. And we're on the kitchen bench because the dining room table is still covered in bits and bobs and stuff. This will be part one, folks. It's a bit like the ad on TV, but wait, there's more. This is part one, simply because some of the things are surprises, and I don't want the people to find out what they are until after they get them. So we'll have a recap later on once the parcels are delivered and opened, and go over those things. And I was thinking we'll do a packaging show and a stocking stuffer show, because I've got lots of stocking stuffers that I've been working on too. Okay, where to start? We'll start with these bottles. Okay, these bottles I have written, can you see? Vanilla. Can you see it? Vanilla. I've got 6 of them. Now, these are recycled. My eldest son gets first press coffee, and that comes in these wonderful amber bottles, 500 ml bottles. Brilliant. And I keep them. I've told him, don't throw those bottles out. And I keep them, and I run them through the dishwasher, take the label off, run them through the dishwasher, and put them in the cupboard till I need them. And then I sterilize them before I use them. And I sterilize them in good old Milton, the off-brand Milton, whatever it's called, from the supermarket. You know, you soak the baby's bottles and stuff in, just to make sure that they are properly clean before, although I suppose the alcohol and the vanilla would work. Anyway, just to make sure they're properly clean before I put the vanilla in them. Now the vanilla is brewing. Let me grab it. I've got vanilla brewing all over the place. Here's a little bottle, a half a bottle that's brewing, and every now and then I give it a shake it up, and it sits in the dark cupboard. until I'm ready to put it into these bottles. And that's what the caps are for. And these are just, I'm going to have to put you down because I'm down me again so that I can do it. These are just, yeah, for beer bottles or whatever, but they fit these bottles. I get them at Big W. They're not expensive, and there's, I think, 30 in the packet. Yeah, 30 in the packet. They work out to about 25 cents each or 20 cents each or something. So we snip that off, and when we fill it up, we put a new cap on, screw it down tight, and that's it, sealed. The expense of this gift, of course, is in the vodka and the vanilla beans. I buy cheap vodka from either Aldi or NQR if you are in Victoria. I've been told the NQR one is quite good for the price. I have no idea. But that's those. That's a really good gift. If you've got a cook on your gift list, or someone who's just starting out in their own home and is building a pantry, a bottle of really good vanilla essence extract is a great gift. And it's not overly expensive, but it's certainly not cheap. So that's those done. Now, what else do I have? Okay, let me flip you down again, and we'll see what else there is. Right, so we've done those. I'm going to move them out of the way so that I can rearrange things as I need to. And we'll get those. No, not leave them on the stove. Okay, what have we got? What are we looking at? These. Okay, pump bottles. These have been in my stash for ages. These were by request done in pink glitter, and it just says hands because they're going to have hand wash in them. So these were a gift I can show you because the recipient knows they're coming. She asked for them, and she asked for them in pink glitter. So there they were. I just did the label on the scan and cut. I will say I do not like that Cricut vinyl. That glitter vinyl is awful, the Cricut one. If you're going to go glitter vinyl, ladies, with Cricuts or scan and cuts or other cutting machines, go Oracle. So much easier to use. And don't forget, with glitter, you need to use the extra strong transfer tape. But they were really easy. Now, I would have picked these bottles up. These are from IKEA, so they weren't expensive either. You go, it's still got the instructions inside it. They weren't expensive either. So they're going, and that was one gift crossed off my list. This is, if you can see, this has got smelly beads in it. These little containers and the beads that came from, we got these off Amazon. I tip them into a big Ziploc bag, add my essential oils, massage them around, let them soak it up for a few days, test it and see if it's strong enough, add some more oil and let them soak up a bit more, and then I put them into these containers. Now I put the little hearts around the outside because it matches the colours of the person it's going to. If I think of it, I'll make a box to put it in, just for presentation's sake. Comes with foam on the top, so you can sort of smell it through it. This one is, I spilt them everywhere before. Can I open it without spilling them? Because they go everywhere. They're like beanbag balls that just go everywhere. It's my favorite lavender and eucalyptus, and it's just gorgeous. I love lavender and eucalyptus together. such delightful fragrance. Okay, didn't spill one. So there's those. The little containers come from Amazon. The jelly bead things inside come from Amazon. We got our essential oils off Amazon. Amazon? eBay. Amazon. They're not expensive. They work out to about $1.20 each for the containers, and maybe $2, $2.50 worth of beads, depending on where you get them from, and your oils, however much your oils cost. So that's an economical gift, but it's a fun one to make too. And it's useful. It's a useful gift, I think. I have these all through the house, all different flavors, scents, fragrances, all through the house. These little containers, they're great. And I just top them up with the oils when they start to get a bit stale. Okay. Now what do we have? Vanna wants to know how many vanilla beans to how much vodka. Okay, it's a standard 700 ml bottle of vodka. I think it's 700 mils. I've taken the label off, but it's whatever the standard bottle is. 700, I think it used to be. And your vanilla beans, however many, doesn't really matter. 4 to 6 is a good start. But if they're really super fresh and nice and soft, then you might get away with 3 or 4, depending. The trick is to split them. Split them down the center. So split them down the center, open them up. Don't take the beans out, but open them up and then put them in the vodka and let them brew. Cool and dark is best, so they're at the top, on the top shelf of the pantry cupboard there, and 6 weeks minimum. Give it a shake every day if you think of it, or every couple of days, just to get it stirred up. But it's better than any vanilla that you'll buy at the supermarket. It really, really is. So, so good. Hope that helped you. All right. Jane got vanilla extract for Christmas last year. Yes. When you are brewing anything, when you are light is the enemy. Light destroys lots of things, and because they're in clear bottles, if they were in the dark bottles, the amber bottles, it's not quite the issue, which is another reason why I'm using these, because it's not such an issue, apart from the fact that they look really cute. I do like a brown glass bottle, but light is your enemy. Like with freezing food, air is your enemy. When you want something to steep, light is your enemy. So you just, whatever in the light, UV, whatever it is, just doesn't help it work. Estelle says homemade vanilla essence in such a big bottle. Well, I guess the people it's going to cook. So I know that it will be appreciated. Okay. Beverly wants to know, have I ever made candles? Well, Beverly, speaking of candles, let me see. What can I find down here? Let me just click you down again. It's going to be an up and down sort of night, guys. Let me just click you down. These. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? These are little tins. These are little personal citronella candles that I made. If I can get the lid off. Just little personal ones. So if you're sitting outside all on your lonesome, you don't need a big citronella candle. There you go, little personal ones. Because they're in a tin, I put felt on the bottom to protect any surface from heat, and I just made a little label on the pooter. See, it's real fancy, you can tell I did it, and stuck that in the center to say citronella. Yes, I do make candles. Last year I made a lot of teacup candles, big ones, in teacups on saucers. If you go to last year's show and tell video, you'll see them, and they were citronella. Some were citronella and some were lavender, depending on who it was going to. I like making candles. I've done dipped candles. I don't really have the patience for those anymore. So getting the wax, melting the wax, adding the fragrance, adding the color. I have a big double boiler and a couple of saucepans dedicated just to candle making, because the wax, you don't want to use your good pots if you're making candles. The wax is, you can get it clean, but it's really, really painfully hard. It takes time, and I don't have the patience. But these little ones, seeing you asked, these are to go in some hampers that I do hampers for certain people every year. And every year I try to, there's some things they like to have the same and some things they like to be just a wee bit different. So, sorry, my back's killing me. So I thought little personal citronella candles. So that's those. Now, the little tins I got these on clearance at Kmart. These ones, I have more that I got from the $2 shop. I think they were $1 for the 4 of them on clearance. So I snapped up a few packets of those. So I did have to buy the tins, but that was last year, the year before. Sometime during COVID, I got them. So they've been sitting in my stash waiting for me to do something with them. This is the year they got used. So that's those. Okay, this is dripping, so I have to show you this. This, my crafty friends, is a necktie. It is a cooling necktie. Now, I can't remember whether I've shown you guys these before or not, but I've made them for donkey's years, because when it's really hot, you soak it in water and tie it around your neck. Now, when Wayne was working and he'd be out in the paddock on the tractor or whatever, these were great. They've got the water-saving gel. I just go to Bunnings and buy it. Water-saving gel in them. Put that in. Then when they're dry, of course, it all shrivels up and shrinks again. To rehydrate it, you just dip them in water. These are going with, what did I do with it? These are going with cakes of gardener's soap for my gardener friends. They're getting a couple of these and a cake of gardener's soap, because it's going to be a long, hot, really long, hot summer. So you don't want to get heat stroke. And we all know to put on a hat and wear long sleeves, but something cool around your neck that you can, you know, re-wet under a tap or in a bucket of water or something is really handy. So that's another gift. Now, I already had the soil wetter stuff, and the fabric is just bits. I'm loath to call them scraps, because that makes it sound worthless, perhaps. But these were bits of fabric that I had kept because I liked them from other projects, and I turned them into these. I've done quite a few of these already for this summer. So two of those, and a bar of gardener's soap, and that's my gardener's soap. This one is made with goat's milk. Normally I just do the clear one, but I was feeling a bit fancy for whatever reason when I did this one, and it's goat's milk. So I'll leave that there, put that there. The recipe for gardener's soap's on our website. I love it. I just keep it outside in a little dish near the tap, and I just wash my hands with it. It cleans my hands, but it doesn't make them dry and they don't split. All right, what else do we have? Really, Jane? I've never heard of that. Okay. What is gardener's soap? Gardener's soap, recipes on our website. Go to cheapskatesclub.net, type in gardener's soap. The recipe will come up, or a simple recipe will come up. The secret to gardener's soap is coffee grounds. Coffee grounds, coffee grinds, coffee grounds. Used coffee grounds. Nice used dried coffee grounds. It smells wonderful. It smells. I wish we had smell-o-vision, because it smells really, really good. And it is, depending on where you buy your soap ingredients, if you make your soap from scratch with lye and oils and whatever, or if you buy a soap base, depending on the price, it's probably about $1 a bar. Doubt it would be any more. Seriously, doubt it would be any more to make. It's great stuff. I love a video on soap making would be wonderful. Maybe. Now I've lost. Okay, now. Hi, Vicky. Glad you could join us. Hello, Rachel. How do you make lemon extract? Tegan, you need vodka and you need lemon peel. Again, if you go, I'm sure we've got all the different extracts on our website. Type in what you need. It's the same sort of deal. Now, if you're worried about using vodka and you would rather not use alcohol in your extracts, you can do it with food grade glycerin. It doesn't save you any money. It does change it a bit because, of course, glycerin is oilier, thicker. The viscosity is different than vodka, but you can use food grade glycerin if you are worried about using alcohol. We don't drink, but I still use vodka for vanilla extract simply because the alcohol mostly, pretty much nearly all of it evaporates in cooking. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. We've done gardener's soap, soap making, gardener's soap. Thanks, Delaney. Hi, Hev, Chile, UK, Chile, Melbourne too. Yeah. One day we are so hot, next day we're freezing. It's going to be something like 11 or something here tomorrow. Ridiculous temperature. Hi, Sue. All right, let's get back to show and tell. A lot of telling and not much showing, aren't I? Right, now, I think you've seen these before. I may have shown these earlier in the year. These are little treat boxes made from a half a sheet of paper and some ribbon. And I don't know that I've written up the instructions for them. These are great, and I've already gone ahead and made them. I made them a while ago because I like to put little shortbreads in these. gosh. Let me pull it apart. I'll put the instructions on the website for you. It's just a half a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, folded and scored, and the ribbon. And the ribbon goes through, poke your holes in. Oops. Now I won't be able to get the ribbon through the hole because I've taken it out. Oops. That was a mistake, wasn't it? Oh, there we go. Now I make little hazelnut shortbreads. The Women's Weekly recipe one, for anyone who's wondering. In the Women's Weekly biscuit book, the original one back from, you know, the dark ages, there's a recipe for hazelnut shortbreads. I do them in the little mini papers, so you get hundreds out of one batch, which makes them very economical if you're going to gift them. There we go. That's it. Takes you longer to thread it and tie the bow than it does to make the box. They're great for chocolates. They'd be really good for little toiletries, whatever. But that's something else. And maybe I can cover these in when we do packaging too and show you some more ideas for these. But these are really handy. And they take no time to do. Now, Maureen will know because she's made heaps of them too. And was it Maureen? No, it was Joy, the lovely Joy, that showed us how to make these. And I've been making them ever since. All right. What next? What next? What next? I wonder if I can do this. So I can do this. Ah, there we go. Tea towels. Every year I do tea towels. I've only put out 3. You've all seen my tea towels. I try to make them a bit different every time just because I do so many of them and I get a bit bored doing the same old, same old. So I zhuzh them up a bit and change them. I don't have a pattern for them as such. There is instructions to make them on our website, Hanging Kitchen Towels. This is a Christmas one. I think I did some of these last year too. I had trouble finding a button that I liked for this, so I put a little heart on it, sort of close enough in colour to the writing. And with these ones, with the with the toweling ones, I cut them in half, so I get 2 from one tea towel. With the linen ones, I fold it over, so it's double flat. Just because the linen isn't as absorbent. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But there's that one and there's a green one. I had a request for a lot of them, so I've been going flat chat trying to get them done. These are all the crocheted ones. I haven't got any with fabric toppers on them done at the moment. They've all gone to the order. So tea towels. I like to team them with a dishcloth. I love my dishcloth. I love my dishcloths. There you go. I'll say it. So because I love them, I just assume that everybody else is going to. So dishcloths. I try to do a variety of colours using whatever cotton I have so that I can sort of, when I gift them, try and coordinate with the decor of the person who's going to receive them. But there's my dishcloths. I've done, so far this year, I've done about 60. Not as many as usual, but enough to keep me busy. And tea towels. This is a hot pad. A new pattern for me, but again, I love it because it uses little bits of material. Just little tiny pieces of material. And it's just the right size for sitting a teapot on, so it doesn't burn your table, scorch your bench or whatever, or a coffee pot, or a small saucepan, or a small casserole, or even a hot cup. It was a new to me sort of pattern. I think I made them similar sort of thing a long time ago, but I just loved it. And it's pretty much just circles folded in half. It was really easy to do. I loved it. So this one is really bright, and it's going to someone I know who has a very bright home. Very bright home. Okay. What have we got? Let me just. Okay. Sorry, guys. 28 tomorrow. Lucky Jane. Let's get the washing dry. Annabelle's got 12 too. Yeah, it's going to be freezing. It was so cold here on Sunday that Wayne lit the fire. We, 1st of October, the fire goes out. Heaters turned off, the pilot lights out for the ducted heating. So cold. Okay. No, if you've got any, let me know. My hands have been particularly bad, which is why I've not done a lot of crochet or knitting and stuff this year. Because my hands have been really bad, even to the point where I've hardly made or not made as many cards as I would normally do. I'm sorry, Jody. The pain can be crippling, and I feel for you. Okay, all right. So what else we got? Altered notebooks, just little notebooks. These came from, they're just lined notepads, and I just went through my stash of little bits of paper and stuck them on the front, and then looked for sentiments or embellishments or whatever and stuck on them. These will probably go as stocking stuffers, simply because everybody needs a notebook. Everybody needs a notebook. In this day and age, everybody needs a notebook. Now, who over on our Prepare Facebook group was saying they were without internet for 48 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours is a long time. And she was grateful that she actually had written recipes because she couldn't look them up. Good point. Little notebooks. So they don't take long to do. You can get packs of notebooks. You can make them if you want to. They don't have to be spiral bound. You can staple them. And if you want to staple them or even tack them, staple them, sew them, whatever, and you can put a nice sort of, what's it called, covering, I was going to say pelmet, you know what I mean, over it to tidy it up and make it neat, and then just decorate the front of them. On that note, where is it? On that note, oh, don't know what I've done with it. I had something else to show you. Oh, no, here it is, hidden away. These, same sort of deal. It's just a little piece of cardboard, but I've done sticky notes. In my time, I have made gazillions of these. Oh, the pen's going to fall out. Gazillions and gazillions, because I used to do them for Mother's Day stall, Father's Day stall, the Christmas stall. Done heaps of them. But it's just a little sticky note thing. And the little pens just come from the $2 shop. They were in my stash. The cardstock was in my stash. The sticky notes were in my stash. That one's come loose. The little gems, little bling was in my stash. I had the stamp. So they didn't cost anything really this year than my time to make. And they take very little cardstock or paper. And you can make them as fancy or as plain as you like. So that's those. All right, these jar toppers. Now, I know I did these last year and bundled them up in sets. What I did this year was every time I made something, with the fabric that was left from it. If it wasn't a lot of fabric, I cut out jar toppers. So you'll see there's some odds and sods in there. Or I made jar openers. I like making jar openers because my arthritis, my hands don't always work. Have I got a jar that we can, let me see. There you go. Here's some jam. And all we do with those, they're just that sort of jar opener, just like that, and use them to open your jar. So it's just 2 layers of fabric. This matting, I've got rolls and rolls and rolls of it that came from Cheapest Chips. It was about $2 a roll. I have it in the cream and I have it in black. So I've done heaps of those. And I did them out of the scraps of fabric that I was from other projects. So to use up the little bits, and you'll see there's 2 different sizes there. That one, that was another scrap. I made aprons out of that fabric. More scraps. So they're going in a kitchen style hamper that I have in mind for a couple of friends. Those and probably some of these jar toppers. They just pretty up your jam jar. They just pretty up your jam jar. Set it over. You can use a rubber band. I use hat elastic to tie it on. And there it goes. Just to pretty them up. And if you're gifting jam or pickles or relish, it's really nice. Jam, stick to the florals. If you're doing pickles or relish, go for a gingham, just to be something a bit different. Or if you've got fabric that's got fruit and veggies on it, go ahead and use that. Okay. I've lost my thing. This thing keeps moving on me. Oh, 38 in Sydney, yelch. I miss it too. I used to crochet often in the car when we're traveling. Seed packets. I did seed packets last year. Lots and lots of seed packets last year, and put labels on them. They were very cute. Annabelle gifted someone a cotton washcloth. They are a great gift. I don't know, maybe I just know people that like practical gifts, but I think they're a great gift. Hev's just started back to crochet after surgery, broken shoulder. Ouch. You're very good crocheting blankets, just the sheer weight of them. Jody, Di wants to know where you can get cheap vanilla beans. There's no such thing as cheap vanilla beans. The cheapest you'll get would be $1 each. Your best bet is to look online and compare prices. I try to get Madagascar beans because apparently in my mind I have it. I must have read it somewhere or been told they're the best to have for vanilla, for making vanilla. So, and for flavoring vanilla sugar. So last time I got them from Hindustan Imports here in Melbourne. and they were $2 each, but they were fantastic. They were amazing. So good. But yeah, you just need to shop around. There's a place in Western Australia. I can't think of the name. If anyone knows, they might post it for you. Tegan got hers off Amazon. Annabelle likes the notebooks. Thank you. Jane grows vanilla bean orchids. Cool. That plant's good for retirement, Jane. Okay, I did these last year too. Bobbins, lace bobbins. Just little lace bobbins for winding up scraps of lace. So this is a set of 6. If I can undo it, I put some lace on it so it would be useful. This lace came from my mum. I remember her having lace like this when I was a little girl. And so I just did them. They're double-sided and nice and sturdy. So there's 2 sides of paper and a cardboard inner for each one, and a pearl-headed pin on each one to hold whatever in place. They don't take long to do, and again, little bits of card, little bits of paper. If you've got someone who sews or does patchwork or embroidery, bobbins are really, really good. Tegan bought her vanilla beans off Amazon. They were 10 for $15.75, so that's $1.57 each. Okay. So there we go. Little bits of those. Now these were really, I love doing these actually. And I'd done a few for a couple of fates through the year for different things. Fates, fairs, whatever they want to call them. But if you've got someone on your list who is a sewer or an embroiderer or a quilter, like I said, they're really, really handy. They sell on Etsy for a ridiculous price. I was stunned at how much they sell for. But really simple to do. And there's a gazillion YouTube videos out there to show you how to do them. But really, they take maybe a minute each. It's really, really easy. I cheat and I stack the paper and use my knife and just cut through the 3 layers at once. Easy. Easy peasy. These. Switched them up a bit this year. These are, this is flannel. Lovely gumnut baby flannelette with microfiber and on the back, just to make them a bit different from last year's, which were just overlocked. I did a wavy stitch around the edge and just trimmed them up, and I've packed these in sets of 3. Packed them in sets of 3 just because I thought 3 was a handy number. I don't know why, I just did. In little sets of 3. I got the flannel at Spotlight a couple of years ago. It was on clearance, so it wasn't very expensive. And of course, you get a lot out of a metre of flannelette. But I use these. I've got some of this pattern in our camper, and every time I bring them out, people ask me, where did you get them? So pretty, where did you get them? I made them. So they're those. So I've done, I don't know, probably a dozen sets of these to package up. And, well, I'll show you, but we'll do the packaging show. But fold it over, and then I've got bows, ribbons and bows, because I save them from everything. So ribbon and bow, tie it up, and there it is to go. All right. Oh, circular dishcloths. There you go, daisy dishcloth. That's a crocheted one. It's my one and only crocheted dishcloth this year. My fingers just don't work as well. Night Delaney, sleep well. And lots of jar toppers. Okay. So circular dishcloth or a hot pad or whatever you want. If you did it in finer cotton, if you went down in your ply and did it in pearl thread or something, will make a nice doily. All right, now little boxes. Me and my boxes. I love making boxes. These little boxes are just right for a bar of Dove soap. Easy to make. Your block of Dove soap fits in there. Now I was able to get, Wendy and I shared a box of Dove soap between us a couple of years ago. I'm still going through it, of the pink Dove soap. So I've got these boxes. Just did these the other day when I was, I can't see the finger thing. There it is there. There it is. All these. And I thought this was paper that was given to me. But how pretty is it? I mean, I don't have any little girls, so I don't have to do mermaids or unicorns or whatever they are. But it's really pretty and how apt for soap. So that little tag on it, that's just a little punch that I've got and a stamp. It's really easy. And that's just a nice little gift. Now I know a lady who she opened her handbag, she would have something like this, and she would have maybe a bar of gardener's soap. She might have a little candle. She'd definitely have something like this in her handbag. And if she is in the post office and the man or lady in the post office just chatting to her, she just gives them a little gift and says, thank you for being so nice. She, in the supermarket, as she's going through the checkout, I'd like you to have this for being so nice. You've quite made my day by being pleasant. She's a really lovely lady. Lovely, lovely, lovely. She just gives them out. Now, she used to give out little biscuits and chocolates and things, but of course, everyone's so paranoid these days about accepting food from people we don't know that she doesn't do that anymore. So it's just little things like this that she makes, and she carries them in her handbag and just gives them out. Takes them to church with her, gives them out. I thought that is really, really lovely. I really like that idea. So little boxes Okay, we had a hiccup. I'm back. Sorry, guys. I am here. Let me see if I can see you because I don't know what I'm looking at. Here we go. There we go. I'm back. All right, we were talking about little boxes. So we've done the boxes, obviously done the boxes to death. So let's get on to the good stuff. I have to keep standing up. My back is very sore. I don't know what I've done. Something ridiculous. Okay, now over here, hanging up, I have a shirt of mine, but I have these, we have a walk-in wardrobe. So while I keep the door shut, it's still big and things get dusty. We live in the dustiest house in the dustiest suburb in Melbourne, I am sure. I used to blame it on the roadworks that were happening, but the roadworks have been going on for years and the house is still dusty. So I make these. And I slip them over the coat hangers to keep my clothes, my jackets usually, dust free. So I found this beautiful fabric in my stash. It is so soft. It's a cotton, like a satin, is that it? Cotton. So I have made sets of these. For some of my, going the wrong way, some of my friends for Christmas, in the hopes that they won't think that I'm telling them they've got dusty houses or something, because I'm not. All right, now flip you back down because we're getting through this slowly but surely. Okay, these door stoppers. Can you see them? These were a requested gift. The colours were requested, so that's what they were, pink and gold, which I think are quite pretty, suit the person perfectly. And nope, that's not going to work. That's better. Just door wedges for holding your doors open. Vinyl was in my stash. The chalk paint was in my stash. The timber was in my stash. It was easy to do. I looked up on Etsy the price, and they're $27 each. $27 each. So they cost, I don't know, $1 maybe to make. Maybe $1.50 would be generous because the gold vinyl costs a bit more. But they will by request. I love practical gifts, but I love pretty practical gifts, if that makes sense. So she hasn't seen them yet, but she knows she's getting them. The dear friend who asked for them. So our coats, our winter coats and things, Annabelle, it's the scallop. Okay, I do this on the hankies, the flannel hankies too. The scallop is just a stitch, a satin stitch on one of the embroidery stitches on my sewing machine. And luckily, it's on the new one too. You all know I had a major disaster last week. I was on a roll. I was sewing. I was zooming through stuff, having a wonderful time. Everybody was out. I had the house to myself. It was peaceful. I had some music on and I was whipping through things. And the bobbin ran out, which would not be a problem. But when I went to put the bobbin on the thingy and push it in, that finger must have some strength in it because it just snapped right up and dropped down inside the machine. I went, oh my goodness, what will I do? Mind you, my sewing machine's 35 years old. Wayne gave it to me for a wedding present. And I thought, what will I do? What will I do? And then I remembered that last year I bought a backup sewing machine. So off I went and out it came, and that's what I've been using. And it's a lovely little machine. It's much more modern than mine, of course. So I had to sort of get the manual out and read what I was doing with it because it's computerized and mine's not. But it's great. But it's just a setting on the embroidery stitches on your machine, just a basic scallop. My machine's a Janome, and it's about, I think it's number 31. I use it a lot. I've used it a lot over the years for different things. It's a handy little stitch to have. Now, the daisy dishcloth was one of the first crochet projects I learnt, was a daisy dishcloth, Annabelle. My crocheting was never very good. I had to practice, so I've been practicing for about 4 years. Those, Wendy says that, thank you, Wendy, that I'm pleased with my gifts. Those microfiber cloths are brilliant, and they are the actual cloth. The flannel came from Spotlight, but the actual cloth, I think we got on clearance at Kmart. They came in packs of 2 or 3, and when our Kmart was being rejigged and redone about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, they were on throwout, really, really cheap. And I use them for dusting and floor spills and things. Wayne uses them for all sorts of stuff. So I just bought heaps of them. But I love microfiber. And do you know what I like it for? Cleaning the stainless steel stove. I hate that stainless steel stove. What I wouldn't do for a white stove. How is the handle put in the door wedge? It's just screwed, just a screw. It's a piece of leather, and it's just screwed. Wayne just screwed it on for me. I could have done it, but you know what? I have a husband. Isn't that what he's for? Annabelle, sewing in circles is a challenge. Sewing in circles takes practice. I'll show you more circles in just a moment. All right, peg bags. I did some more peg bags. I like these. I have one, holds my clothes pegs. These were tea towels out of my stash and coat hangers out of my stash. So they were easy to do and fun. Now I have done, I can't show you because they'll see them, but I have done on children's hangers in really pretty pink. I might have some of the material somewhere. Really pretty pink, almost a Liberty print. The same sort of thing, but made them, because they're children's, they're more rectangular, for hair tidies and things, for a couple of little girls we know who get in trouble because they always have their hair tidies and elastics and scrunchies and bows and stuff all over the place. So when I was doing the pegs, and I thought, I know 2 little girls who would like those, but I haven't shown them because they will see them and they'll hear me talking about them, but they won't know it's them because they're not that clued in. Well, probably not. Anyway, so peg bags. These hang on your clotheslines. These are the old-fashioned ones like Grandma used to have. They're so, so handy. So, 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 so handy. Really, really good. And you can leave it on the line if you want to. And because it's fabric, it will dry if it gets wet. I bring mine in. I don't leave pegs outside. I bring them in. Okay, now couple more things. Oh, there's another tea towel I did. This one is just a tea towel, but I just did the bobble stitch for the edge, and I'm pretty sure it was Annabelle that taught me that bobble stitch. Pretty sure she taught me that bobble stitch. But how pretty is it? So I was really pleased with that. It's only going to get it on one end because I can't do the other end just yet. Right, getting towards the end of the pile, folks. We have the scan and cut. Love my scan and cut. Very handy thing. I have a group of people that we go away with on a fairly regular basis, 3 or 4 times a year. We've been friends for 12, 13 years, something like that. Traveled all over the place together and just become really good friends. And we do a trip with them every November. Some of you know we do our November trip. Wayne plans it and we lead it. And we usually do just a little, it's just a little, here you go, have a nice Christmas, see you after Christmas, everything. So I have done these. See? I put their name on them. Now, these were in my stash. These are just can holders, stubby holders. They do fit a can. These were in my stash. I think they actually belong to Hannah, but I figure my house, so if she leaves it behind and it's in my craft room, then I will use it. I'll replace them for her. But it was just a little thing. Now we get these from Happy Craft at Pakenham. Thank you, Wendy, for introducing me to Happy Craft. Love that place. Absolutely love that place. And that's where we got the silver iron-on, because that's iron-on vinyl, iron-on glitter vinyl for the names. And we got that there too. If you are after vinyl or iron-on HTV, they're the cheapest I have been able to find. They're cheaper. Their regular price is cheaper than Spotlight's sale price. They are brilliant. Absolutely brilliant prices. And what I really like is they have the full range of Oracle vinyls. Oracle is silhouette vinyl. When we first got the scan and cut, we were using Cricut vinyl, and I was going mental. Some of you might have seen videos of me nearly going insane trying to get that vinyl to weed and stick. And then we found the Oracle vinyl. Game changer, game changer. So if you have a cutting machine, be it a Cricut, scan and cut, the Gemini one, whatever it is, and you need vinyl, I can heartily recommend Happy Crafts, Pakenham. Absolutely amazing prices, full range of colors, really helpful. There you go, you can tell I love them. So that's what I did these. I've done 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There you go. And I think to say we got these at Happy Craft, and I'm pretty sure they were in a bulk pack, a bulk mixed pack, and it worked out to about $1 each, $1.10 each, something like that. So throw in a little tiny bit of vinyl and maybe $1.50. I doubt even that much, $1.20 perhaps for the iron-on. So that's a budget gift too. If you've got a machine, if you've got something like that, it is well worth looking into doing those sorts of things. Last year I did icy pole holders for the kids in the family. Worked really well. Night Cheryl, sleep tight. And you're right, Hannah wouldn't mind. Estelle, she'd probably say, oh, I forgot they were even there. Right. Okay. We're on the downhill run. Okay. Bowl covers. Fabric bowl covers for in the fridge. Super, super simple. And when Annabelle said she needs to practice sewing in circles, this was my practice of sewing in circles, Annabelle. Making bowl covers, sets of bowl covers. This will fit, and it won't look like it now, but it fits an 11-inch bowl. Then we've got a 9-inch bowl and an 9-inch bowl and an 8-inch bowl, because they seem to be the common sizes when I was looking at bowls. So I've done them in sets of 3, and again, they don't take a lot of fabric, and they're really, really easy to do. These ones, I love these ones. Look how cheery these are, lemons. I had this fabric in my stash. I think this was left over. There we go with that word again. This was left from, or it was excess after I'd made some canning mats. So lemons. So sets of these will be in different Christmas presents too. Oh, there we go. And little bags. Sourdough as they breed. Perfect, Annabelle. Perfect. So, so good. I've done some little bags. Now this one, you probably can't see it, says create every day. These are going to be little sewing kits. I have some friends who are just starting to sew, just getting into it after all these years of me saying, you should sew, you should sew. Why? You can make that. So I've got these calico bags. They were easy enough to make. I copied one that we bought from somewhere, unzipped it and used it as a pattern. And I've got heaps of pins and heaps of needles and some threads and different things that I want to make up little sewing kits for them and give them those with Create Every Day on the front. All right. Okay. Something else I've done this year, done lots of them this year, is little tea cozies. There we go, spout goes there. I tried to make them, I tried to be sneaky and ask people what size teapots they had, and I used pretty little buttons on them. Tried to make them so that they would be the right colour for their kitchens, hopefully, and the right size. But just little tea cozies. Now these are crocheted. Super simple. If I can do it, anyone can do it. They are super, super simple. Isn't that pretty colour? Do you recognise that colour, Maureen? Isn't it gorgeous? And there. Oh, it's got some blue in it. There we go. So just some little tea cozies. That are going to. All right. A couple more things and then we'll let you go. I've done more Make It, Bake It, Grow It, Sew It journals. Used whatever coloured books I had in the box, because I use mine all the time. I use my Make It, Bake It, Grow It, Sew It all the time, just for jotting down ideas. So I've done a few more of these. There's a green one, there's a couple of pink ones, blue one, but they're handy to have too. All right, face scrubbies, which are really good. This is the Bernat cotton, just crocheted in the round, and really easy sets of 2 of those with a washcloth in a pretty little, I've got some organza bags. Hi Pat, the bowl covers are great for picnics. Yep. And barbecue so flies don't bother the food and the buffet. Cool. So many ideas for them. All right. Last, more round things is this. This is a scozy. Scozies are have little pockets, and you put your hot scones in the pockets and sit them on your plate so that they stay warm during afternoon tea. So scozies, they're double-sided. See the little pocket there? Pop your scone in, and your scones do fit, believe it or not. Put your scones in the pockets, pop it on your plate, and your scones will stay warm. And there's another one I did. So I've got heaps of these. I've been making these for donkey's ears, and I think I've got 4 or 5 of them, different fabrics that I use for different afternoon teas whenever the mood takes me. But that's just really simple to do. Don't take a lot of fabric. There's really no skill required, except, keeping that needle going around is just practice, I know, but it works. It works. Now, what is Make It, Bake It, Sew It, Grow It for? It's just an ideas book. I use mine as an ideas book. So if I'm going to make it, I find an idea for something I want to make it, put it in Make It, usually write what it is, where I found it, how much it costs if it's something if I need to buy anything, what the materials and things are. Bake It's recipes, Grow It is gardening advice, Sew It is self-explanatory too. It's sewing ideas. So that's what I use those for. They are just ideas things. And I think I've gone over everything so far. There you go. Part 1 done. When we can do the other things, when I can do the other things, I have to sit down, then we'll do part 2 of it. But yeah, I'll work on the packaging and different things for how I package it up. I'm not very good with, I will tell you now, I'm not an expert gift wrapper or anything like that, but I try. So there you go. That's what I've been up to most of this year. Different things. There's a few things that I'm sure you'll be interested in. Oh, I didn't show you this. There we go. One last thing. Here we go. Practicing woodworking again. A recipe stand, and this says give us this day our daily bread. I didn't cut it out. It came as a kit. These were on clearance at Bunnings a couple of years ago for $5. $5 each, something like that. And Do you think the universe is trying to tell us something, guys? Okay. So I made this. There you go. I'll post photos of it. Oh, no. What's it doing? Post photos of everything on the website for you. I think I need to go. I think we all need to go. So have a great week, everyone. And I'll see you next time. If you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please do. If you like the show, thumbs up will be muchly appreciated. And if you know someone who might like to see this show, click the share button, because subscribe, like, share helps our channel grow, makes it easier for people to find us, and that's exactly what we want, so we can let the world know that, especially in 2023, it's okay to live life debt-free, cashed up and laughing. Alrighty. All right. I'll see you next week, hopefully without the power problems. You'd think for the price we pay, we'd be able to get a reliable connection. All right. See you guys.